Hello, everyone. We're going into the finals. We're 2-0 in a Kaladesh draft, and this is a really good hand. Turn one goggles, turn three artisan, two artificers too, so that works pretty well for our goggles. Both our colors. I wouldn't mind not drawing any more lands, though. I can tell you that. Right, Ninth Bridge Patrol. Well, didn't get my wish. Probably go with a servo since there's a Ninth Bridge Patrol in play, and he's a 3/4 anyway with the goggles, so you kind of get the best of both. You get the servo and the bigger body. Ooh, fabrication module. Okay. That's a pretty sweet card. I haven't seen it in a white-black shell before, but if you got like the thriving creatures, you can get there with that. That's for sure. So we're gonna go artisan. We're going to go with the servo, and we're going to use the ability of Inventor's Goggles. Servos also mean if we draw Gear Seeker Serpent, we can play him earlier. Haven't won a game with him yet. He's definitely been crucial at sort of stabilizing my board and letting me attack, but definitely kind of a weird matches in that he hasn't really been what won me a game yet. Not directly. Well, there's some energy. There he is. So we can play him next turn, assuming we hold on to what we've got here. So I think I attack with Glint Sleeve Artisan and then play Nimble Innovator. Yeah. Again, I can move the goggles to the Innovator. It's not bad. I think we do it because it gives us a blocker who's big enough to block Ninth Bridge Patrol. Awesome. Wow. That's pretty good. Been loving my self-assemblers too. They've done a lot of work. It's a card I like, I think maybe more than most people, but anytime I have two of them, I've always found them to be pretty good. I mean, obviously, if you're in a really aggressive deck, it's not so good, but... Okay, well that Sky Swirl Harrier is pretty annoying. I think we play Gear Seeker Serpent. And we end the turn. Could have Tidy Conclusion. Something like that. He's on a 3-turn clock, though, with Gear Seeker Serpent in play. If he passes his turn with all his mana up, he can basically guarantee he has Tidy Conclusion or something else, because the best thing to do is have your opponent tap 6 and then kill it, so you kind of time walk them. I know I like doing that to people. Herald of the Fair, huh? That's... You know, our deck has questionable playables in it too, so I'm surprised we didn't end up playing one. We didn't even draft one, I don't think. You can attack in the sky? You are. Okay. Man. All the blockers. Math. I think we just attack with an unblockable Gear Seeker Serpent and drop him to 10 here. We can then block fairly effectively his creatures. I mean, he does have Fabrication Module, which can create some problems for us. But I think that's okay. I think we're just going to go for this. We could play Self-Assembler, but I think we put our opponent on a clock and just make him have to deal with this Gear Seeker Serpent, basically. Now, there's a chance he has Inspiring Charge, in which case we're basically dead anyway, so... Like, in which case, you know, the best thing might not have been to attack, but we still would have been in a lot of trouble. I will not be doing that if my opponent has 5 mana up, I can tell you that. If he doesn't, then I'm all for just bashing into him with that thing till he's dead. And if he sort of, if he makes a big play here and I need to dig for my second self-assembler, then that's okay. What we don't want to see is him attacking with everything, because that really means there's an... So he's just going to go for the energy here. That's fine. That's a race we're going to win. Hopefully. Guessing he's going to put it on a Sky Swirl Harrier, drop us to 11. That would be my guess. No. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Well, do we change our plan now that we have a removal spell? No, I don't think so. We'll leave blue up to make it seem like we have select for inspection. And we'll attack. Drop our opponent to 5. And Gear Seeker just wins the game next turn unless our opponent can do something about it. We would block as much stuff as we can if he attacks at this point because of Inspiring Charge. Like, yeah. This is the kind of case where it's just not safe to take all the damage. Like, if our opponent has the trick that gains life, we're kind of in trouble here. But we at least have Malfunction to help us deal with, whatever might be left if our opponent makes an Alpha Strike here. And double Self-Assembler eventually. We're only 3 mana away from just playing both of them in one turn. That's the dream. I think he'd be even cooler. Of course, I guess he probably would have had to have been an uncommon or even a rare if his ability costs 1 less for each artifact you control. Interesting. I don't know why our opponent wants to be doing that when he is, because it's way, way better to use when, like in combat, in which case I'm just like, not sure, what he's going to put it on. Playing something else. Ah, that's why he wants the energy. Okay. I see. Well done. Yeah, that's bad. That is bad. Like I said, we do have Malfunction and Self-Assembler potentially to help us get out of this. So those are both 2/2s now. Just the flyer attacks, I guess. Maybe the 4/3 attacks. Okay. All right. Well, I think I'm going to play Self-Assembler in 9th Bridge Patrol. Our opponent does have a really powerful engine card in play now. I mean, he's had it in play for a while, but now it's going to do a lot of work. Yeah. It might end up being better to put Malfunction on Herald of the Fair when I want to swing later. We will use Self-Assembler's ability. Wouldn't mind Saheeli's Artistry right about now. Make a Sky Swirl Harrier and a Self-Assembler. Do I attack with my Innovator and make him... Nah, he can just double block and make his 9th Bridge Patrol bigger. And I only... Well, yeah, not worth it, I don't think. Might have to Malfunction the Harrier eventually, since it's killing us in the air, but... Yeah, that was brutal. 2 mana to kill my Gear Seeker? I mean, the investment was obviously a lot more, but he got counters for every one of them, so... Wasn't really that much. Wouldn't mind drawing one of my flying threats so that malfunction gets a heck of a lot better. Probably going to have to use it. I mean, we're going to 6 here. At least he may drop us to 5. So we're probably going to have to use it. We can play both the cards in our hand next turn, so at least there's that. Damn it. Another flyer is not really what we wanted to see. We have plenty of them in our deck, but we don't have any of them, obviously. Aha! That solves a lot of problems. So yeah, I think now I'm going to play Malfunction and the P-Foul. All right. And we will end our turn. Close game. Our opponent has the edge because of Fabrication Module, though, for sure. Yeah. Wouldn't mind drawing a Gear Seeker Serpent or Saheeli's Artistry right now, though. Could copy Fabrication Module, actually. It wouldn't be terrible, even though we have, like, what, one card that makes energy? It would be pretty good for us because, you know, it would give us sort of the same advantage our opponent has, which is slowly making your creatures bigger. But Gear Seekers may be our best draw because, again, our opponent has to find a way to kill it. He's at 5, so that's probably one of our better draws. We do have dueling 9th Bridge Patrols who we're both going to sort of, you know, be pumping to a huge size. Opponent tanking. He knows we still have one self-assembler in our hand, or at least he should. And that's all we have. So even though we're sort of bluffing here, select for inspection, our opponent should know that that's not what we've got. Should. Yeah, they're thinking hard here. Which kind of scares me. Usually when I find myself doing that, it's because I drew some card that has a great impact on the board and I'm just not sure of the best way to use it. So that's a good chance that that's what our opponent has. Demon of Dark Schemes. That would be... Actually, I guess that would hurt our opponent more than us right now, wouldn't it? Yeah, it would. Okay, well, we're definitely blocking. If our opponent decides to do something, that's fine with me. Tidy conclusion. Now, that's doubly bad. Opponent goes up to 9, and we go down to 4. So, yeah, not so good. Oh, there it is. Okay. Well, I think stealing Sky Swirl Harrier is really good right here. But we may just want another self-assembler as our other artifact. But the Harrier is really good. It can block this thing. And it can attack through that thing. Question is, do we want Fabrication Module or another self-assembler? I think another self-assembler is probably better. We could also go Nimble Innovator. It will draw us a card for what that's worth. So we're going to cast Saheeli's Artistry, both. Fabrication module. Maybe I do want the module more than I want a self-assembler. Yeah, gives us a mana sink, and it's pretty relevant. Yeah, we're going to take a module and a Sky Swirl Harrier. All right. And then we'll end our turn. If our opponent has another kill spell for this flyer, we'll be sad, but if I could have gotten 2 flyers, I probably would have, but there was no way to because there's not an artifact in play with flying. This does give us a mana sink now that we're more or less in top deck mode. Okay, he's attacking with everything. Not a great sign. There's a good chance he has Inspired Charge. So that's worth keeping in mind. Try to trade with this servo. Sky Swirl Harrier is going to block the flyer. I mean, we can keep it in mind, but there's really not much we can do. We have to block everything, you know, so it's kind of a moot point. I guess it might be better because the 9th Bridge Patrol's huge if I do this. All right, Inspired Charge. Seems likely. It's not the best alpha strike for our opponent if they don't have Inspired Charge. If they have it, it's great. They basically just kill all my creatures. I'm just going to put energy on something. I'm cool with that. Actually, I guess he can do both. Yeah, pretty close. I think so. Yeah, that's 9. Yeah, definitely can do both. Right. Put it on your servo, maybe? No, you're putting it there. Interesting. Then going to make it indestructible and lifelink, I guess? No, also Inspired Charge, like I suspected. Yeah, that just levels us, basically. We do kill a bunch of his creatures, but not nearly enough. Too bad our 9th Bridge Patrol didn't survive. We're not done, necessarily. I mean, we still do have Self-Assembler. Ugh. Yeah. Okay. No, we are done. We had to draw another spell there to not be done because he can get through for 4. So, freaking Inspired Charge. I wish Revolutionary Rebuff was a little better than it is. Like, I wish it was Negate right now. But it's not. So, we don't really have anything to side in. We don't really have any good counter to Inspired Charge. So, yeah, I mean, I think we just stick with what we got here. Gearseeker Serpent almost got us there until a timely Die Young took him down. I haven't seen Sky Skiffs in a while. This is a good one. Nice curve out. Turn 2, 3, and 4. I may actually play Eddy Trailhawk first, but since I now have a Gearseeker Serpent 2, I think I'm going to play the Eager Construct. Yeah, we'll take a land. We do need another island to be able to play Gearseeker Serpent, but I'll take it. I'll take a Plains too. Next turn, Artisan, probably with a servo, and then after that, Peafowl. Yeah. He liked what he saw on top of his library. All right. Well, now we probably actually play Glint Sleeve Artisan as a 3/3. so we shall. Being able to, just block thriving rats with the 3/3 is pretty awesome. Probably the worst of the thriving creatures when all has been said and done. Although thriving ibex is pretty medium too. Oh man. We don't even have any of the nice white ways of like blinking stuff either, so that makes it extra sad. Well, we have that for later. Remember that. Attack. So if we draw an island next turn, we can play Gear Seeker. For now, we're just going to play a P-Foul and end our turn. Well, there's Thriving Ibex. I mean, once you have that module, those thriving creatures do get way, way better. We're going to block it. I mean, our opponent's tapped out. He's just attacking to make his guy bigger. Not what I was hoping for. I can still play a card, but it's not a very exciting one. We do have Self-Assembler now, too, so if we draw even if we draw Plains now, at least we have a play for a couple turns. Gear Seekers still cost 5. Man, at least we can block that this time. Yeah, so we didn't draw the color of land we wanted, but we can still play Self-Assembler. And we can thin out our deck, which increases our chances ever so slightly of drawing that island we so desperately want. This can't gain flying now for a turn, but I think it's probably fine to take 3 this turn. Ooh, that's bad. That's really bad. The only good thing about it is we can copy it, but we do need to draw another blue for that. But yeah, this card it's a monster. Okay, well, we can't really do anything except play another Self-Assembler. So, that's what we'll do. So yeah, we're definitely copying Master Trinketeer if we draw the mana we need for Healy's Artistry. Probably that and either P-Foul or Self-Assembler. P-Foul might just be better right now. Yeah, okay. All right. Please give me an island. You did it. Have to wait a turn, but he only costs 3 right now. End our turn, and we also have Healy's Artistry, obviously. Yeah. So he's going to make a servo here. This will be interesting to copy our opponent's Master Trinketeer and just a war of servos. But that's the kind of thing you have to do with Healy's Artistry. Like, this is the kind of card that just pulls your opponent so far ahead if you can't kill it, and we don't really have a way to kill it in our whole deck. He's never going to attack with it, so impeccable timing won't do anything. So, and malfunction doesn't do anything to him either, so. So what artifact do we copy? Ooh, we should actually tap our mana differently. 2 seconds. We want blue up. Oh, we can't have blue up. What am I talking about? Okay, it's problem solved. So, artifact we want to copy. Just another Self-Assembler, another 4/4. Seems pretty good. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Oh, yeah. And now Gear Seeker Serpent's going to cost just 2, so that's pretty sweet. And then we can try to just win the game, busting through all these servos. The only problem is, obviously, we're not going to have a lot of time to use Master Trinketeer's ability, so we do need to be worried about Inspiring Charge. So maybe we don't just try to win the game with Gear Seeker. I don't know. Because we got to keep enough blockers in play, basically. It's something necessary right now. Because of Inspiring Charge. Now, putting Malfunction on the flyer is probably going to be better right now than doing Gear Seeker Serpent shenanigans, because that means I can start attacking with my 2 flyers and keep a larger number of blockers back, keep a large number of them back while also being able to make servos. So that's pretty good. Oh man, so much for that plan. Could have attacked with this flyer there. We can still just attack with Eddy Trailhawk and things that he gives flying to. It's not the worst. You cost 2, right? Yeah. Affinity for artifacts. Okay, so I do think we put Malfunction on the flyer. Just doesn't do anything to the Trinketeer. Clearly the Trinketeer is the best creature in play, but you know, well, no, I don't want to give it flying this turn. I do think we attack for 5 in the air, though. Yes. So there's there's the Gear Seeker. So Inspiring Charge is, again, pretty backbreaking here, which is bad news. Master Trinketeer plus that is just a messed up thing to do to a person. Oh, he's playing this guy too, so it seems like it could be a really ugly Inspired Charge turn. Nope, it's not. Good to know. Okay, so opponent has 4 mana. I can hit him for 10 right now. It doesn't really seem like enough. It's because it's not enough. But I could make my Gear Seeker Serpent unblockable. I could actually hit him for 12. It's still not enough. He can make a servo token to block too, so yeah. The thing is, though, if our opponent has Inspired Charge, we're basically dead anyway, so it's probably best to just try to do as much damage as I possibly can right here and still have enough blockers, and it's all going to be evasive damage. He could have Impeccable Timing to kill my Eddy Trailhawk, but he'll have already given flying to Self-Assembler. Yeah, so I think it's best to just try to get in for as much as we can here and hope our opponent doesn't have Inspired Charge, unfortunately. I guess we could have just given Gear Seeker flying, but I think giving the Self-Assembler flying is just going to be better. It'll do way more damage. That life he gained off of Tidy Conclusion is pretty big right now. Yeah, just Impeccable Timing on that's not a huge deal, not a huge problem. All of our other creatures were too big to be Impeccable Timinged. So, yeah, takes it all. And we're in a situation again where we basically just have to block everything and hope he doesn't have Inspired Charge. Seems like there's a good chance he does. We can only block 4 creatures. That is enough for us not to die since we're at 18 life, and all we have to do is hold on to Gearseeker's Serpent. So, could have another tidy conclusion, in which case things kind of just go back to how they were, meaning our opponent will eventually grind out the win with Trinketeer. If he leaves 5 mana up, I do think I consider just attacking with the P-Foul, so I don't dump 6 mana into this and have it die. But we'll have to see. I wish this were select for inspection so badly right now. Long match. Both. He's under 10 minutes, and I'm getting close. Seems like another potential inspired charge turn. Wasn't that what ended up happening that last time after our opponent fought for a long time? I feel like it was. Yeah, we end up taking 16 from inspired charge right now. So, ooh, that just kills us now if he has inspired charge, because Dai Young, oh god, he's got it, I'm sure. Oh yeah, we're dead. Damn it! Inspired Charge is just so good in the right decks, and this is one of those. I'm gonna make sure. So these alone can do 16 to me. So I'm pretty sure I'm dead. We're gonna block. I mean, we're not just gonna like scoop and assume our opponent has it. But yeah, see now I take 19. Yeah, now I take 19, which is just enough to kill me. So, see if he has it. I think he does. Yeah, that's game. Darn it. That Dai Young, both games, is what, turned us back and kept us from winning. We got close in both games, though. So, deck was pretty sweet. I've not gotten a lot of 3-0s in this format. Tons of 2-1s, though, which, consistent 2-1s are okay, too. So, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.